Hello and welcome back to Inquisitor Martyr. So, between episodes, I went through all my characters, grabbed all of my void shards, and I stored them so I can run one ebony void crusade, an amber one, and then I'm screwed on everything else. Because I just don't have 5. And I'm holding on to all my intel, because that's going to help me grind Ordo rep, because otherwise getting, I think it's 3 points or something per mission, and you can only do 3 a week, is just immensely brutal to deal with. But that, we have to wait for the next update for console, and there's been, at least to my knowledge, no word of it yet. But that out of the way, let's start our Void Crusade. I'm not going to do hardcore, just because I've actually never done a Void Crusade. I pulled up a kind of instructional thing on how to get the most out of it. So we're going to do that. And to speed through it the most efficiently, we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4... or 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we jump up here and just knock a bunch of stuff out in a weird order. But let's start with this one. Level 67 Spore Assist Assault. This looks like a defense mission, so I am not going to... Okay, I'm gonna put something to modify difficulty. I'm stupid, okay. Not putting 8 levels onto it. Add 2 missions, or 2 levels. I'll accept that, and that is all I will put on.
The enemy is here, preying on the weak and using craven tricks against the defenders of mankind. Perhaps we should find their leaders and give them a fair share of their own medicine.
Oh, I have to destroy enemy spore assists. I could have actually stacked the difficulty, but I didn't know. I've never actually had this mission type come up. I don't know if this is new, actually, like, within the last update, which was still a while ago, but I haven't done... In that time, I haven't done a lot of side missions.
Loading.
You know, I will accept that it was probably a good idea not to just stack the difficulty like I've been doing. I don't need to sit here and put myself into another issue of, oh, I take 100% more damage and enemies take 80% less damage from me kind of deal. My own greed gets ahead of me and gets me nowhere. I get this plasma gun's whole, like, oh, if you one-hit a guy, they can explode. That's cool, but I'm not one-hitting anything here. Chances are that's not going to happen for a good while. I say that and then I one-hit some horde guys. I guess that's kind of the whole point of this thing's existence, is to be a counter-horde trait. Let me throw. Yeah, that one-shot capability is really useful when everybody bunches up. I can say I'm happy that I can sit here, say, oh, this is bad, and then as I say it, find that it's actually a really useful thing. I prefer to be proven wrong in my assessments than not, because my assessments are usually negative. Okay, so we gotta run down this hallway. Surprising number of villains. I'm not used to having even just 2 in this short a time. Nah, that was a green grav pistol. I got excited for a second. I was like, ooh, is that Demon Forge? But no, it isn't. Ever since I got the one Demon Forge weapon, I'm always sitting here trying to see if anything else I find is that. That was actually my first Demon Forge weapon ever. Which is what really surprised me considering how long I've played. But I don't know if those weapons are just really low drop chances, or if it's more they're kind of level gated, or their drop chances are increased or diminished based on level. Man, I can't wait to stack my snipe buffs more. Because I know I can get, I think, supreme critical hit chance and some other stuff that'll really help.
Target acquired.
Oh, that guy survived. Must have been a foot shot. A little unfortunate, but whatever. I saw some people say that there might be unknown blueprints just dropped somewhere in the map, so I want to make sure, if there are any, that I miss them, or I don't miss them. But I don't think they're going to be that common. Oh, zone throw. I was trying to figure what was causing all the summons and then saw it. These zone thropes are pretty weak. Kinda wish there was like a plasma burn. I get I can inflict burning, but it's not nearly as good as one would hope.
Target eliminated.
Especially considering the damage I can put out with the needler rifle, and it's not as much the rifle itself. Like, my perks and stuff don't, or I guess skills don't give it that much of an edge over other weapons.
Loading.
Ah, that was an okay chest. Not too great, nothing fancy. But I think these missions are going to be pretty generic, and it'll be the ending rewards that are going to be the big stuff, because you get these keys and whatnot, so that seems to be where a lot of the reward is kind of concentrated.
Watch the body wander aimlessly until it withers and dies.
Enraged. Yawn. Well, let's go to the next one quick. Data hunt. Yeah, let's just slap that on again.
Intelligence assets report several vulnerable cogitator stations in the area. Exact locations
This is interesting. It's all Adeptus Mechanicus stuff, and they hurt a lot. Like, oh god, why do they hurt so much? Oh my god, they just ripped through me. I need to kill this Castellan so I can get rid of the vivisectors. Yeah, that, even with just 2 levels up, that was surprisingly challenging. I'm once again glad I don't pour a ton into this. And using plasma is probably my best bet in this situation, just to avoid... I mean... Is it? I don't know, because just getting raw damage output isn't bad. I think the Neela rifle still takes precedent on the big guys. This is a large area to clear.
Loading.
Yeah, one of the tips said that there's one mission scattered somewhere that has a servo skull wandering. You're like, find it and kill it within 30 seconds, and I'm thinking, does that mean it despawns in 30 seconds, or it's there, but the second you trigger it, you have 30 seconds? Because those are 2 completely different kind of experiences you can have. Yeah, let's just cloak.
Accessing hostile network. Data siphon protocols initiated. Warning, enemy response teams nearby. Prepare for contact.
This may be a really bad decision, letting all these guys stack up. Hey, he's missing textures. But... yeah, this is actually kind of getting scary, just seeing how many guys are just stacking up here.
Binaric extraction complete. The harvested data is secure.
Leave.
Injecting purge
Let me be.
protocols to compromised node. Locate next station.
My god. Okay, yeah, so I have to fight these guys, unfortunately. Not what I wanted, but I don't really have other options. At least that knocked out a bunch of the Siloy guys. So that makes this fight a lot easier, because they just seem to just spray you down with gunfire. I think that's where a lot of the challenge is they just fire so many shots, and there's so many of them, that even if it's just chip damage,
Loading.
it's just a ton of chip damage. Try to quick heal and cover. Good enough. I don't think I get much out of being in cover. Usually I'd get a big chunk rapid, but not this time. It was just kind of a steady progression. My god, so many Cataphren destroyers. Oh, that's the end of the map. Okay, cool.
You are guilty.
Kind of wish when you're backpedaling, if you reload, you would just keep backpedaling instead of standing still like, hang on, let me fumble for my magazine. Yeah, that payout is not worth it. 2,000 Caligari credits? It might be wiser for me just to skip these guys. But I have the tarot to give me better loot. So it'd be kind of moot to just not run through these guys and kill them.
Aiming.
God, it just doesn't help. These guys force you out of all cover. So even if I wanted to hide for a second, I get maybe a second reprieve, and then, you know, my cover is gone. It's getting pulsed with that, so I have to move. If I could get my hands on a good Exodus rifle, I think I'd be fine. Yeah, I'm really thinking just run through these guys. As much as possible. Find chests, otherwise just dip. Because they're so damn durable. They're durable and dangerous. That's where the real killer is. If it was one or the other, I wouldn't care. But it's both.
I found you guilty of heresy. I found you guilty of heresy.
I'm also thinking of redoing one of my perks because it's when enemies are affected by damage over time, they're blinded. And I don't know how effective blind is. Because I can sit here and hit these guys with a ton of like poison procs, which are damage over time, and they don't really seem to care. And I'm thinking maybe I need to switch to the one that heals me when I have dot stacks on guys. Great. So I'm just thinking the heal might be a bit more useful. But then again, it's like 3.3% of damage per tick is healed. And so I'm healing might as well be nothing at that point.
Kill the heretic. Target in sight.
Trying to hold off using my med kits until I absolutely need to, but keep putting me in situations where I need to almost instantly. Yeah, and I need a better piece of equipment than the stupid stun field. It's definitely not paying for itself. It's like, oh, it removes some of their suppression. Cool, I guess. Too bad all the guys I'm fighting don't really seem to care if they have no suppression or not. What I need is the minefield. I'm thinking about that, it might be worth investing in the... what is it? I think it's the skill that gives me more inoculator and equipment charges, because I seem to really need them. Yeah, let's just run and see how far we can get. I keep saying I want to do that, and every time I try I get waylaid by something.
I would rather have my take
Point
dealing with
identity
this.
established. Harvesting data from compromised network. Warning, hostile units inbound.
Plus there's no villains or anything big for enemies. That's one thing I just realized. So we don't get the advantage of, oh, killing a champion or something, or like a boss giving me extra loot. This is bare bones kind of loot.
Binaric extraction complete.
Okay, you
The
guys move
harvested
away.
Data is secure. Injecting purge protocols to compromised node. Locate next station.
Now I have to get more of my class resource, which I don't know how long that's going to take to regen. Is it combat related? I think it's combat related. Yeah, it's combat related because I'm getting it way faster. Yeah, if I can fight just one robot at a time, this fight's going just fine. But they always get me in a swarm, and I cannot stop them at that point. I mean, I'm getting purples consistently, but they're not good purples either. Is there anything... No, because I have so many... Hey! Void Shard. But I have so many better items that I just can't afford to swap things. That... Okay, that's actually really good. Enrage token on critical hit. That actually makes Enrage useful. I just have a problem of... It's either Enrage tokens or it's like Berserk, and it's mechanics that they're just like, yeah, it's a thing, just don't question it. And I'm just questioning it because I have nothing to base it off of, considering it's entirely a loot-based status. And 9 times out of 10, it's, hey, you get these bonuses if you're in this state, but we're not going to give you anything to actually get you to that state, so they're effectively dead items. I know it's nitpicky of me, but it's just one of those things where if you're going to introduce the item or the effect, then you need to introduce ways of getting to that stage. You know, I'd buff up the while enraged status and do something like, oh, if you're in this state, then you get, you know, bigger bonuses, but it's like a set piece kind of deal. Yeah, this is going to be a death very easily. There's way too many guys. And I'm just getting forced off every corner I try to hold.
For the Emperor.
Okay, that's one guy down. This needle dart explosion has been just an absolute lifesaver. Letting me whittle down guys so easily. Hey, textureless Castellan again.
Precious blood.
Because yeah, there goes all the Siloi Vivisectors. Now it's just the Castellans. And if I can get his suppression down, I can at least hit him easier. I'm almost halfway. I'm just gonna skip these other side rooms. Unless I can dip in without a problem, they're just gonna be more effectively death traps. I'm stupid, let's go in and look. Oh, they're just empty. Okay. Little annoying, but I'll take it. Las pistol isn't really gonna carry itself. That's just a tarantula gun, so I'm not concerned.
Now you're gone.
Let's check this room. What the hell? Okay. Do we fight it? Let's explore a little further. Maybe we can find a supply box or something. Because if I can find a supply box, sure, I'm all down to throw down with these guys. But if I can't find anything, and this fight cost me my last 2 medkits, then it's not worth the effort. as it stands, I might be able to keep pushing. I'll probably come back to that room later, because there is a villain or something there I can fight. Might be just a champion, but it's loot. Hey, guardsman! My favorite walking, talking meat shields. God, that times 8 didn't even kill him. Oh, you guys are dead. I'm sorry. You trying to fight off the cataphrons? Nah, you're screwed. Yeah. But let's see these guys' health after this fight.
Reconnaissance force relieved. Send basic. Follow and protect order to the survivors.
Ooh, tech shrine.
At your command.
Because the chaos forces in that room are nothing. I have absolutely no issue flattening them. It's, you know, blight bears and stuff, that's simple. Anything else that starts to become a risk. Kinda wish those were med kits. Like the up ahead.
Now you'll pay, scum!
Loading.
Ready to fight.
More inoculators. Just don't want to trigger any more servo skulls. Oh, sweet.
Let's see what happens now. Defense mechanism
Ah.
activated.
Fight for me, turrets. These are the kind of rooms I like to see.
Reloading.
Wow, those turrets are all dead. I was kind of hoping they'd last a little bit longer, but they served their purpose and were a good distraction. That is all I can really say is just that. On, God, Castellans are so stupidly tanky.
Die, maggots, die!
What do they have, like 30,000 HP? Long las, that's not bad, but it's only a purple. So it's going to be inferior to what I have.
Reloading.
I think I only lost one guardsman. Yeah, this is a room where fighting everybody first is such a better option than trying to sneak in and get the data first.
Take it like a man, guardsman.
My God, how many cataphrons are there? I don't think the AdMech just has this many sitting around.
For the Emperor. Now you'll pay, scum!
Oh, hey, and a
For the Emperor.
bunch of chaos guys. You guys might want to move. Unless you... Oh, and an aspire...
Hey, scum!
Really? And an aspiring sorcerer.
For the Emperor!
What I wouldn't give for actual crowd control abilities. Like a proper... I'm trying to think of a way to start, like, a mind control. You know, something really useful like that with a lot of utility. Because I could really use that, or... I mean, that's kind of the effect of the... Wow, I am very low health. I'm trying to think of the word here. The execution effect. But it's only a terror effect, and I don't care if my enemies are cowering, I want them dead. And if they can shoot each other, that is very useful. Come on, aspiring sorcerer, die. Hey, his psychic death scream took out some guys too, it looks like. Small upsides here. Yeah, I'll complete the mission, then go back, because then if I die, I die. I don't lose anything of value. Yeah, it almost feels like those Castellans are like half of a Hellbrute.
Reloading.
Which is fine when you're on the damage dealing side of a Hellbrute or a Castellan, but not when you're on the receiving side. I should probably just kill you first. What sucks is playing as the tech adept. When trying to outfit your robots, it is so annoying. Because there's stuff where I've had characters that are level 50, and I'll have level 20 gear on parts, just because everything I get sucks.
I would rather have my tech crews dealing
Accessing
with this.
hostile network. Data siphon protocols initiated. Warning, enemy response teams nearby. Prepare for contact.
Hello, textureless man.
Transfer complete. Initiating noospheric data entombment. Mission is a
Alright, now let's
success.
run back and
End of
fight
log.
those guys. Because these guys aren't worth the fight. They really aren't. Man, that was pretty smooth, managing to slip between them. So I'm gonna have to bait these guys probably back to this top corner there. I gotta say, this is interesting though, having Chaos and AdMech together. I was about to say, hey, one of the few times covers helped me, and then they just walk up with a flamethrower. Volkite Psalm, I really need to actually get into applying stuff like that to my weapons. I just never do, because I'm lazy and always sit here and go, well, I'm going to replace it anyways. I knew that was going to happen. Three or four Cataphron destroyers, well, rip my stims. It was fun having healing items while it lasted. Yeah, the Halbert's not nearly as dangerous. Even though it is the elite guy here, it is not nearly as dangerous. I mean, look at that. The worst thing it can do. Summon some trash mobs that I can melt instantly.
Loading.
Nothing too major. But that's fine. Hey, there's a chest here. This was a good thing, and I saw a void shard there. But that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.